Hi everybody, welcome. I just want to give you a little bit of an overview of some of the upcoming assignments. The first big one is the language and literacy in my community and school, okay, which is due at the end of the week 7, okay. And in that assignment, you're just going to be observing a language and literacy lesson. And there are a series of questions that it asks you. The directions are pretty well written out on the module. A couple of things I want you to think about as you approach this assignment. If you're the teacher of record, you probably would get a lot more out of that if you speak to a colleague and consider a colleague's point of view and have an opportunity to observe in his or her classroom. If you are in a clinical teaching experience, which most of you are, I would think about observing in the classroom which you already are in. If neither one of those apply to you, I think it's important that you find a classroom, and I can get you some help in doing that. Okay? So basically, you're going to ask about the language literacy resources that are available in the classroom. Ask your teacher in a sensitive way about the pros and cons of the approach that he or she is taking to support language. And just write up what you're learning. It's supposed to be informative for your own practice. Okay, it's not really an evaluation of any sort. Okay, so 4 or 5 questions will do. Then you're going to describe, analyze any link to the theorists, what we've read in class, what we've learned about in class. What is this literacy? What's the approach? How is the approach theoretically grounded? And use evidence from the readings and evidence. Connect basically the theory and the practice that you're observing. Okay? And then you'll just be prepared to share out in a forum. The next assignment is the mini inquiry assessment assignment. Okay? And this is 5 parts. You are going to interview a student, observe the student using Yetta Goodman's kid watching. It's not as creepy as it sounds, but basically you're just going to be observing and interviewing the student, finding out as much about how he or she, the student, engages in literacy practices in the classroom. Okay? Then you'll conduct a series of appropriate assessments, and the assessments are a running record, a retelling, or if you're at a kindergarten, primary, or first grade, you may conduct a letter sound inventory as well. There's an explanation of running records on page 271 of our textbook, and an explanation of retelling on page 238 of our textbook, so you've already read that. I'm going to also include some videos that will exemplify what that looks like. Okay? And then the last part, you'll be asked to write up a mini lesson based on the student's needs. You don't have to actually conduct the mini lesson. It's just you're going to show me that you're able to observe, connect observations to theory, and put it into practice in informing your learning. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions about those assignments. The explanation of the mini inquiry assessment assignment is in the folder of assignments at the top of Moodle, and then the other assignment, the language and literacy in my community, that is actually right on the Moodle page. Okay, so this is really a great opportunity for you to start at this point in the course to put what you are learning into practice. Okay, good luck, and let me know how I can help you.